Yep. Cool. Cool. Totally awesome. 100% working. Yep. Detective goodbye. Got that there. Through, so that's good. I forgot to do it. Not flying. Branding. Go. That going. How's it going? Oh boy. Sad that today has finally come. This game is so good. Game's so good, and now it's over. Oh. No, coming along soon. Nope, don't that one. Get this fired up. Okay. There we go. Okay. Got that there. That's good to go. Sound is good. My voice is coming through. The game is coming through. Be pretty good to go. All we're waiting for is Noah, who is uncharacteristically late. Where could he be? It's a mystery. Alright. While we are waiting for Noah to show up, I will be right back. I'm just gonna go refill my water. It's time to say goodbye for real this time. Yeah, it is. It's very upsetting, but yeah. Oh. It's just time. Like, there's only so much that a game can offer. And as much as I would like there to be, like, 5 more chapters to this, it's not really. Alright. I'll be back in a sec. Just gonna go refill my water. And hopefully, in the meantime, Noah will show up. And hopefully he doesn't join the... he doesn't join the voice call and say something that he's not supposed to. Ugh. Be right back. Okay. There it is. So much cool shit. Oh, where has Noah gone? He... Uh-oh. That didn't look good. I think it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to stop touching the setting while I am live streaming. That was very scary. I moved something in OBS. A great big flicker, and it looked like everything turned off, but I think it's fine. Good. I don't know where Noah is. Usually very on time. In fact, he's usually earlier than me. Where could he have gone? Hello?
Work.
Oh no, you should stop that.
I know. It's so hard when you play when your job is to basically play your game half the time because you're testing it, and then you kind of get sucked into it, and then one of your engineers flips the whole grid system by accident by making rows columns and columns rows, and you're like, why is everything broken?
Oops.
It's a very simple mistake, to be honest. And it's not like we had a document that says like this is what a row is. It's always the X position. Like we never said that anywhere. So like he just made an assumption, and we were very confused for a very long time. Like, why does it say there's no character on the grid in that space? I can see it. It's right there. So
That's-
funny.
So funny. Oops.
Anyway,
Oh my god. Alright. You got water, you got a snack. You ready to hop into this?
yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Alright. Well then. Welcome for the final time to Master Detective Archives Raincode. I'm very sad that today's the day.
Today's what day?
Today's the last Raincode stream.
Oh, I thought it was May 12th. No, wait, it's the last Raincode stream?
Yeah, it's the last Raincode stream.
I don't believe you.
We're almost out of Raincode. We're almost
I
out
don't
of
even
range
think
of
we're
code.
playing Raincode.
Are we not?
Not as far as I can tell.
Really? What does it look like we're playing to you?
Raincode plus Master Detective Archives. Yeah, all right, I see it.
Motherfucker.
I was extra devious about it this time.
You sure were. Bastard.
All right, man. Two left.
Yep. Oh boy. It is.
Saving the best for last.
Yep. Really are. Alright. Who do we want to start with then? End it all. Do Vivia first or Yakko first?
To be fair, it does seem like we're supposed to do Yakko's last. Go to
Yeah.
the sub-stories section. Yeah.
Fubuki, Halara,
It feels
Yakko.
very much that's the closing one. So
Okay.
I guess Vivia can't be last.
I guess not. Just gonna have to do Vivia now. Let's hang out with Vivia then.
I hope you're strapped in, 2F.
Yep. Today's the day. It's the all Vivia special. Oh boy. What is hanging out with Vivia going to tell?
Yeah, let me make sure I don't clip.
These little smile
get
menu portraits.
that up. Come on.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Wait, we're just okay.
We're just standing here in silence. That's the whole that's the whole gab. I'm starting to get used to being alone with Vivia. Knowing who he is, the silence isn't really so awkward anymore. You don't have to force a conversation to break the silence, which makes it easier to be around him than the others.
Oh, I want to die someday.
Huh? That's awfully sudden.
Oh, did I think out loud again?
You sure did.
Sorry about that. Guess I surprised you. I'll be careful
God, you are
not to think out loud next time.
so loud right now.
Sorry. I might have booting up my audio thing might have reset my gain or something.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure. Can I?
You're free to
can't
say
I
what you
mod
want,
this?
but it sounds really concerning. And I've been wondering, What do you mean by someday?
どういう意味
Aw. What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Well, all people die eventually. I suppose I'm wondering if you want to die sooner. Saying someday makes it sound like you can't die. Wait, is that what it is? You can't die? That would explain why you'd say something so strange.
He's an undead?
You know, I wouldn't really put it past him.
It does kind of feel that way.
素敵な推理だね
Additional. Nope, that's not right. Headphones.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. That's a wonderful deduction.
I guess I'm wrong, though.
さあどうだ
Well, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
でも死なない
Being unable to die sounds like straight out of a story. So romantic.
ユーマくんは永遠の命を手に入れ
Yuma, what would you do if you gained everlasting life?
Funny enough, we kind of did. And, the answer is to harvest humans, I guess. What would I do if I lived forever? See the world 100 years from now, talk to people from all over the world. Can't think of anything in particular.
I mean, what? The first one, that's gonna happen
Yeah.
because
I'm not gonna lie, Unima. It's probably not gonna be that much different.
I mean-
it's probably gonna be pretty much exactly the same.
if you could actually live forever, like traveling the world and constantly, like, I don't know, seeing how civilizations evolve over time would probably be pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
You'd be
yeah.
the only person that could study that stuff firsthand.
Yeah. I mean, if you were like, if you like properly immortal, like, don't have to eat, sleep, you just walk around the world in a straight line, and by the time you get back, after just carousing around, everything's probably gonna be different. Get a new mall in your way, and like, oh, all of your restaurants are changed, or they're under new management. Like, take your time walking around the world. It'll probably be different. You probably just always find new stuff.
No, I'm just thinking, you're just thinking about walking everywhere because you played a lot of Death Stranding.
I know. Yep. I like to talk to people from all over the world. There's a limit to how many people you can meet in a lifetime. But it'd be a different story if you lived forever.
素敵だね
That sounds wonderful.
ある人数を超えた
Although, after a certain number, you begin to notice patterns, so it'd eventually grow boring.
Ah, sure, I guess.
I mean, anything will eventually grow boring.
Yeah.
Even your favorite things.
Yeah.
他にはどうだい
Anything else?
Hmm. What else? If I had everlasting life, what would I want to do? I can't think of anything in particular.
意外に早かったね
I have a feeling Vivia's gonna say sleep. Just enjoying sleep. That was quick.
Huh? Quick.
人間の欲望に底はない
There's no end to human greed.
そんな風に言う人がいる
Some people think that, but it's not true whatsoever.
何事にも終焉
Everything comes to an end. Just like how you couldn't think of anything else you'd want.
って言ったみたいにね
Oh my god. Speaking of fucking Vivia, reminded me, after we had finished up the campaign of Raincode, I went and I finally was able to like look up fan art and shit. God,
Oh.
there's so much fucking fan art of the furry dude in Chapter 0. Like, there's a disproportionate amount of fan art of Zilch in particular from this game, and I don't understand why.
Not the nun?
Not the nun, it's Zilch. The detective with the fox ears. Well, yeah.
I know that.
What? Why? There's so much of it.
いや、今の僕のはただ思い浮かばなかっただけですけど。
It just meant I didn't have any good ideas right now.
でも結局いつか欲望
Someday, greed will end,
欲望が尽きる前に死ねるように
just like you would die before your greed could be satiated. Humanity too has a lifespan.
Huh.
それなのに永遠の命の
If you were to live forever, you'd see how tough life can be.
楽しいだろうけど
Maybe fun at the beginning, but eventually, I'm certain you wouldn't desire anything else.
全てに
Once you were bored of everything, you'd reach the same conclusions all others would.
いつか死んでみたいって
That you hope to die someday.
Wait, so are you immortal, Vivia? You didn't answer the question.
Is he saying he's immortal, or is he saying that he's just skipped past all that other stuff and gone straight to the end result? The moment you lose all desire, your final desire for death would be born.
よくできた話だよね
It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
そうですかね。
Does it?
あれ、でも待ってくださ
Huh? But wait,
い。今の話だと。
Vivia, by that logic, doesn't that describe your desire to die? Doesn't your desire to die mean you're immortal?
う
Mm.
んそう思いたいなら
You're free to think what you want.
いや、そういうことじゃなくて。
That's not an answer.
今日はここまでにしておこうか
It's enough for today. I need to go back to my world of books.
煙に巻かれたのか。単に
Did he just give me the runaround? Or is he always like this? I can't tell.
いつかビビアさんと仲良くなれる日
Wonder if I'll understand him better someday.
You and Vivian seem to have grown closer. I think he always gives you the runaround.
I think so, yeah.
There's always a point in the conversation that I feel like he's just gone off.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, kind, yeah. At some point, it just turns to him, but just fucking with you.
Gets really like existential suddenly in the conversation.
Yep.
ビビアさん、
Vivia,
コーヒーでも入れようと
I was thinking of making some coffee.
よければ
You like some?
ビビアさんもどうですか？
コーヒーか
Coffee would be nice. But there is a much greater problem.
What problem?
今
The large beast dwelling inside me is roaring louder than ever.
What?
Just gotta go to the washroom? No human could defeat the beast.
何の話ですか？
What are you talking about?
私たちに与えられた選択肢を
We can either grant its wish and coexist,
奴に殺す
or be consumed by it. Those are our only options now. Right now, it is about to crush my heart Fry have ignored its desires.
何の話
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Either he's really hungry or he's got to go to the washroom. I can't tell.
I think he's hungry. He doesn't want just coffee. He wants an actual meal.
Please help me.
Help you with what?
いやリビアさんに聞いても
Even if I ask him, he probably won't tell me anyways.
自分で考えてみるしかないね。
I guess you have to figure it out yourself.
He's from within, but to crush his heart because he ignored his desires for too long. What Vivia is trying to say is he has a headache, his back hurts, he's hungry. I think he's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
もしかして
Could it be
You're not you when you're hungry.
that you're hungry?
そう言い換える
Yes. If I had to phrase it another way, I suppose that's it.
なら初めからそう
You
言って
could have
くだ
just
さい
told
よ
me that.
昨日から何も食べていなかった
I haven't eaten anything since yesterday.
しまったんだ
I can't take another step.
なんか何かをもらえると
I would deeply appreciate it if you brought me some bread or something.
Oh my god. One day without food and he's dying.
Look at that stomach.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Alright, let's go get him a meat bun.
ありがとうユーマか
Thank you, Yuma. You saved me.
それは別にいいで
It's
すけど
fine.
なんで
But
食事を抜いて
why
たん
didn't
です
you eat
か
anything?
丸一日何も食べ
Not
ない
eating for a full day can't be good for your health.
なんで食事を抜いていた
Listen, okay. I had a plan at 12:30 to go get lunch, okay? And I was like, "Oh, I'll just finish this, one little script and then I'll go for lunch." And then it was like 1:30 and I was like, "Okay, let me just quickly jump on a call with my engineer so I can explain to him the script I wrote so that he can like do stuff while I'm going for lunch."
And then
and
I
then
start
it's
fucking
3
texting you
p.m.
saying, hey, where the fuck
No,
are
it's
you?
3 p.m. and I'm going to get lunch, and they call me while I'm out at lunch, and they're like, "Hey, we have a problem," and I'm like, "Just debug it, figure it out, guys. I'll be back in 30 minutes." Then it's 4 o'clock, and I'm on call with them for the next hour, and then your stream is starting, and I'm like, guys, it's the end of the workday. We'll just reverse the column row problem, and let's just end our day. Okay. Guys, I don't need this from you, Yuma. So you want to know why I go to 4 p.m. before I eat anything? Let's take, for example, how many would try climbing a tall mountain range after first seeing it?
しかしそれを実行に移す
However few would actually put that desire into action.
これで伝わったよね
However few. Okay. It's not however few, it's however very few would actually put that desire.
How many would want to try climbing a tall mountain right after first seeing it? However, you would actually put that desire into action, you understand? Okay.
Do you understand?
Not at all.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind.
構いますよ
But I do.
ビビアさん教えてくれる気ない
If he won't tell me, so I should just figure it out again.
人が山に登ら
I need
な
to
い
figure out why people don't go climbing mountains to understand why he didn't eat yesterday.
まったくもう手間がかかるな
Please, this guy is way too much trouble.
いつか
Climb mountains even if they want to, because too much trouble, they lack confidence, the mountain didn't call for them. Too much trouble?
面倒だからで
Because
す
it's
よ
too
ね
much trouble?
まあそうといえばそうか
Well, I suppose you could say that.
面倒だから丸一日も食事を
Felt
抜い
it
たん
was
です
too
か
much trouble, so you didn't eat for a whole day?
っ
You be any lazier?
ていうかビビアさん
You know, Vivia,
さ
You get theatrical like this on purpose whenever you don't want to talk about something?
そうかな。
Do I?
人間は誰しもが考える足ではある。
We are all Roseau Pensant. Please help me with that.
Roseau
Roseau
Vincent.
Pensant.
I don't know. What the fuck did you just say, Vivian?
Hey. Roseau Pensant. I mean, that's a saying. For sure. What does it even mean?
I don't know. Vivian's probably going to explain it to us as soon as I hit the A button.
God damn, no, but I want to know. Okay. It's only once you realize it that you.
Doing it again.
ますますご主人様と
Yeah, fuck you!
Yep. Didn't explain shit, I
It's
guess.
got closer.
Just a French turn of phrase.
Hmm.
What are you reading?
Oh, why do you ask?
Great to hear you laugh, so I was wondering what the book was about.
なるほど。
I see. So you wish to learn about the book.
タイトルを言ってもわからないだろうから。
You won't know by the title alone, but the genre is
文学。
fantastic.
Fantastique.
Ah, fantastic.
Fantastique?
まあ、メジャーなジャンルじゃないからね。
It's not a major genre, so there's no need to be ashamed if you haven't heard of it. You plebeian. The definition of fantastique is up for debate, but the ones I prefer to read are the ones with ghosts and demons. Stories of mythic worlds that cannot exist within our grasp of the laws of nature.
Uh-huh.
全く面白そうに思えないね
That doesn't sound interesting at all. To Shinigami?
I guess it's kind of like how people who obsess over music and end up listening to stuff regular people can't comprehend.
どうかな。興味があったら。
Well, I can lend it to you if you're interested.
Yes, please. I'll pass. Or Vivi's book? Sure. Yes, please.
ゆうまくん。
You're so kind, Yuma. But it's alright.
興味がないね。
I can tell you're not interested at all.
I mean, we are kind of living fantasy, pretty much. Think we got Shinigami following us around? You gotta get a lot of that already. That's not true. Hang on. I should tell him directly. I'm sorry, I think I'll pass.
そんなにかしこまらなくていいよ。
No need to feel bad about it.
そう言われても
I figured the odds of you saying no were 99%.
そもそもあまり
Besides, this book isn't widely read in the first place.
Bill, that surprises me.
意外
What does? Me reading the Fantastique?
Well, it's more like I didn't expect a detective to be reading stuff like that. How do I put this? I thought detectives would read more logical stuff. Doesn't it feel weird to read something that's not realistic?
俺様ちゃんは字を読むだけで気
Reading just makes me feel sick. Period.
Thank you, Shinigami.
いや、むしろ私は
No, I actually prefer stories where logic can't be used to explain it away.
そうなんですか。
See.
論理的じゃない物語は気持ち悪い。
If you think that illogical stories feel strange,
もしかしたらユーマくん
perhaps you believe all mysteries must be solved.
Yes, actually, that's a core tenet of our character arc.
すべての謎は解かれるべき。
All mysteries must be solved.
考えたこともなか
Never
った
really
です
thought about it, but
も
maybe
し
you're
か
right.
したらビビアさんは違うんですか。
You don't feel the same way, Vivia?
私は解かれるべきじゃない謎
I believe some mysteries should never be solved. For example, UFOs and other supernatural phenomena.
の人がロマンを抱いて
Many people harbor their dreams and fantasies in those mysteries, so shattering them is simply cruel.
それに
Besides,
It was a very, pointed question for Yuma. I don't think he figured it out, but it's like, it's very funny that he also got that vibe from Yuma.
それに
he is pretty sharp amongst all the characters.
Yeah. Besides?
幼少の記憶が揃って美しいはずはない。でも無垢である
Memories from our childhood are not all beautiful. However, there is no doubt that they are innocent.
時という名の川があるのなら
If there is a river of time, its water is horribly murky.
また始まった
There he goes
言
again.
いたくない
I'm
話
sure
だ
it's something he doesn't want to talk about.
でも
But why would he think that way if he believes not all mystery should be solved?
なんでそんな風にそこに
That's where his secret lies.
があるの
キャッキャッキャますますご主人
Uh,
ビビアとの
you and Vivia seem to have grown closer.
Do we? Yeah, with Vivia. Last
I don't-
one.
Are we expecting a reveal? I don't know what we're expecting.
Oh, we're expecting. We haven't really gone anywhere either. Like, Vivia, pretty uniquely so far, has been the only one where we're just hanging out inside the office all day.
I mean, it's not like we're going out.
It's not like Vivia's going out, yeah.
It's not like Vivia's going out. Oh. Aw.
ビビアさんどうしたん
What's
ですか
wrong, Vivia?
また
You reading
幻想的な
Fantastique again?
なんですか。
いやミステリー
No, it's a mystery this time. I think these are nice once in a while.
Oh, so you read those too?
I guess it doesn't fit me.
It's a bit of a cliche for a detective to read mystery novels. So you haven't read the genre in a while. What's this one about?
うん
Mm,
そうだね
well, I suppose I'd feel comfortable telling you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
主人公は真面目な探偵になら
The protagonist is an earnest rookie detective.
そんな彼が調査することになったの
He began his investigation after receiving a request from a certain girl.
少女の母親が変
Her
身
mother died under suspicious circumstances.
I wonder if this is like a reference to something specific.
誰がなぜ母親を殺したの
Who killed the girl's mother and why? The rookie detective continues his desperate investigation. He seeks the truth, all for the sake of this girl.
Is it a fucking detective romance mystery?
しかしその先に待っていた真実
But the truth that awaits him is cruel.
母親を殺したのは
For the girl murdered her own mother.
What the fuck? Okay. Oh.
サプライズ
Wow, what a twist!
少女の何気ない行動
The girl may not have meant any harm, but her actions unintentionally caused her mother's horrible death. It was a tragic accident. The rookie detective didn't know if it was right to solve this mystery. What was the point in exposing this cruel truth to the public? Under a standard set of values, one would keep it a secret and remain quiet. There'd be no benefit to telling the innocent girl she was the cause of her mother's death. However, the girl wanted that mystery to be solved with all her heart, not knowing she was the culprit all along.
That was fucked up.
Should we reveal the truth to those who seek it, no matter how cruel it may be? Would you say lies made from kindness are truly kind? What do you think the rookie detective did in the end? Or rather, what would you have done, Yuma?
Me? Solve the mystery, wouldn't have solved the mystery, not sure. We would have solved the mystery.
Well, definitely Yuma would have
Definitely
solved the
Yuma
mystery.
would have solved the mystery.
But what would you have done?
What would you at home have
Wes.
done? Oh, me? Oh, fuck. I think we should. I think we have to have solved it, right? Like, it's fucked up, but like, it's better.
I think the consequences matter, right? Like, if us revealing this has her like tried for manslaughter or whatever the accidental charge is, versus like realizing that the public at large is not going to accept it as an accident that it truly was, in a sense.
Yeah.
But then again, was she actually negligent, or was it like a really insane series of unfortunate events of like what are those machines called where like they
Oh, like Rube Goldberg, her mother's
yeah,
dead.
was it like some crazy Rube Goldberg machine that like there was no way she could have possibly known, and
No way she could have possibly known that
whatever.
accidentally knocking over a glass of water would have her mother's head being cut off downstairs. Something ridiculous like
Jesus.
that.
Well, they were that far, but anyway,
Maybe
you know what I mean,
It was fucked up how she died.
bro.
I think I would have solved the mystery.
I see.
What did the rookie do in the end?
Well, what? Human cells will always replace one another. The old vanishes, and in time, the new turns old. Considering that, am I the same person at birth as I am at death? Listen, Vivi, if you just didn't want to tell us, or you didn't finish the book, you know, you could have just said it.
You could have just said it and just given us the book later. Like, you don't have to be fucking... There you go again, trying to muddy the waters. Are you saying I should just read it myself?
Well, who knows?
You told me pretty much the whole thing, but kept the conclusion a secret. Wait, that book's story... Is it about you, Vivia?
Huh? Why do you say that?
Something you mentioned before. Not all mysteries should be solved. Maybe it's your personal experience that led you to believe that.
Your deduction makes sense, but I'm not sure myself.
はぐらかさないでくださいよ。
Please don't dodge the subject.
だから言ったでしょ。
I told you, didn't I? I don't think all mysteries should be solved.
今の話が本にされな
Whether the story I told you now is from a book or my life doesn't change a thing.
それじゃあ私は
Anyway, I'm off to explore another world inside a book.
So which is it?
それにさっきの
That's what
ビビアさん
Vivia's been through. Might tell me about
な
it.
んでビビアさんなりに自分の
Maybe
ことを
in his own
知ってほ
way,
しい
he
と思っ
wants me to understand him.
それだったら
That
嬉しいけ
would
ど
be nice if it's true.
Hmm.
解けないなってやつか。
Maybe this is an unsolvable mystery.
You and Vivia have forged the ultimate bond together. What an unsatisfying.
What an unsatisfying
It's literally his personality is just, hey, sometimes you don't get the answer. So guess what? I'm not going to give you an answer either. Fuck you.
Nah, fuck you, Vivia. That's so
For
funny.
you. I'm happy for you.
We got to learn so much more about all of. Oh.
Huh?
No, it's fine. If you're still talking to me, it's fine.
Okay.
Are you still talking to me?
What? You can't hear me?
No, I can
Is that-
hear you. It's just my fucking power keeps flickering. I'm
Your
just
power's
waiting.
flickering.
Yeah.
Are you in a storm right now?
No, not at all. I think anyone just power line or something. But my lights went off and my UPS made a sound.
Weird.
But if I'm still on Discord and I'm still live, I should be fine, right?
You're still live, yeah?
All right. Weird.
Just make sure you ground yourself before you touch your wall. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good. We learned nothing about Vivian here. We gotta hang out with all the other detectives. We learned so much about their backstories and shit. But no, this is just hanging out with Vivia and listening to him fucking go off. Oh well. Alright, it's time to hang out with Vivia, the near-death detective. Vivia visits a building to investigate an unsolved case. However, the elevator leading to the roof stops, leaving him stuck inside with a woman. Trapped within the motionless box, Vivia closes in on the truth as he faces life and death.
This is like it sets it up as if it's just gonna open with them being in the elevator and close with them being in the elevator. Like, you know, this doesn't feel like the other ones where we're gonna be going around and doing stuff. This feels like,
Very much like a bottle episode, yeah.
yeah, crazy.
I wonder what is this gonna be? Investigating a detective work could there possibly be right now?
死は
Hmm.
いつも道の先
Death is always awaiting me upon my path, like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet.
彼らを守備をかけず
Even if I manage to overcome them and make progress down that path, when I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral.
Fuck is happening?
生きるとはつまり
To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse.
It's gonna be a lot of this, isn't it?
そうして私は
And so, I too am dying in this moment.
Oh, wow, yeah. We're just gonna be in the elevator the whole time, aren't we?
It's already opening with the creepy theme.
Yep, yep.
Yep, it's just.
It doesn't seem to be moving at all. Management company isn't responding either.
待つしかないな。
I guess we just have to wait.
Have we seen Vivia in reindeer?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
待ってさえいれば、どんな出来事にも終わりは。
If you wait long enough, everything will come to an end.
God, this is gonna be. Can you imagine being trapped in an elevator with Vivia? That'd be so miserable.
Man, if she doesn't pull a knife on him because she's sick of his shit, I almost wouldn't be surprised.
やまない雨があるように。
Just as the rain is unceasing, a day will come when the sun doesn't rise, and when the oceans dry up too.
Alright, let's play the no talking game, sir.
いつか君は死ぬし、
One day, you will die, and so will I.
That's supposed to be a joke? How can you talk about death in this situation?
気安く冗談を言える。
I like her
I'm-
design. I really like her. She's really cool. Why isn't she part of the main game?
Listen, they just have these really awesome character artists that just make way too many characters. They can't put them all in the game.
There were
All
so
the
many
time.
cool characters that are just like bit parts. Like the fucking cat from Desert Eco's chapter, that was a cool design. Like, this is a really cool character. There's a fucking general store manager in the sewers. Like, she doesn't even get a portrait. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why did she get a portrait? That I don't understand.
It's really upsetting.
Like, do they have they didn't have like the 2D artists, but they had more 3D artists? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
I'm not enjoying this situation enough to make light jokes about it.
I think I'd find things a bit more enjoyable if I wasn't trapped in here with you.
何か気に障ったのなら。
I apologize if I've offended you. I wish to avoid all unnecessary fights.
Same goes for me. Sorry I raised my voice. I'm not used to situations like this.
それは私も同じだ。
Nor am I. We've found something we agree on.
Shut the fuck up, Vivia. You sleep in a fireplace. Aren't you afraid?
怖い。
Afraid?
Of all this. Stuck in an elevator, hanging in midair. What if something happens and we fall to our deaths? You are, at most, 4 stories up in an elevator. You're not gonna die, even if the elevator cable cuts. Like, you're gonna survive. It's gonna suck, but you're gonna live.
I wonder if there's statistics on that. Like, how high up does an elevator need to fall in free fall for you to come away with non-life-threatening injuries?
I mean, even then, most modern elevators have, like, emergency stops, so you'll drop,
Oh, like
like
the springs at the bottom or whatever?
On, like, the sides of the elevator or, like, attached to the cables. Like, they'll hard stop you after falling, like, three floors or something. I mean, like, you'll break some bones. Like, elevators don't just drop anymore.
I forget what the name of it is, but there's an anime where the protagonist is like fresh out of school and she gets hired as a character artist at a game company. Anyway, don't remember. But it's like going through her like slice of life experience of her like making a 3D character for this game. And so she like makes her first character and she like goes to show her lead. And the lead like starts criticizing like all the parts of the character, you know, as one does when they're trying to teach the newbies. And she like starts breaking down. She's like, I thought this was a background character. I thought it was gonna matter. You know, she starts freaking out. And the manager's like, no, don't you understand? Even a background character could be on screen for hours because people are gonna play our game for like long periods of time. So this like one little village character is gonna be seen again and again and again. Like they have to look amazing. And she like gets like all enthusiastic. She's like, okay, I'm gonna make this character the best thing ever. It's cute.
Aw. What are you talking about? Sounds very cute though.
別に怖いとは思わないな。
I don't think I'm afraid.
What if the elevator's never fixed and we're trapped in here forever?
棺桶みたいで。
Then it'll be like a coffin. Actually, I actually think it would be rather cozy. I could just sleep here until I die.
What's with you and your death wish?
死にたがっているつもりはない。
It's not like I intended to have one.
呼吸をするの
It's hard to describe. Thinking of death is like breathing to me. I think it's just called New Game.
You find
Is
it
it?
fun to live like that?
生きるってそういうことじゃないかな。
Isn't that what life is about?
それでも私なりに楽しい。
There are things I find fun. For example, I love reading stories.
物語
For some reason, I feel more alive when I can invest in a story's protagonist.
自然を眺めるのが好きだな。
I also love gazing at the beauty found in nature. Seeing plants sway in the breeze brings joy to my heart.
Sure, a strange one.
そうかな。
Am I?
そういう君は
What about you?
そう感じる。
What makes you happy?
Well, suppose I like to observe life.
命を見つめる。
Observe life?
I used to be a nurse. I've seen many lives saved and lost at the hospital. Life should be more precious than diamonds. Some people are treated more poorly than a pebble on the road. Isn't that strange? Life is a life. Why should its value be different depending on the person? But now whenever I look at people, watch their lives, I wonder how valuable each life may be.
君も少し変わっ
You're also kind of strange.
Yeah, that is kind of, Alright.
But, okay, not in the same way as her,
Not in the same way, no.
but people watching is fun when there's nothing else to do.
Yes.
And you're just like-
Absolutely.
What could this random 70-year-old guy like be driving? Like, where is he going? Where, like, what are you doing out today, sir?
I mean,
Yeah, just like
yeah, it is people watching, but it's also like weighing the value of their lives while you're doing
That's-
that. That's the bit.
that's-
that's
yeah,
the catch.
that's the catch.
Am I?
まだ名前を聞いてなかった。
Speaking of which, I didn't catch your name. I'm Vivia. Who are you?
I'm Rio.
亮
Ryoka.
ところで私は以前
I think we may have met before. Do you remember? Scene change?
Did you change?
That's a surprise.
Loading screen? The fuck? Baby's in the fireplace again. Oh, Yako's here. Hey, Vivia. Everyone else is out on the job. How long are you gonna stay there?
いつか死ぬ
Until I die.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I have to pull you the piece? Do I have to pull the pieces of you out of there once you're a skeleton? You have free time. Why don't you help work on some unsolved cases?
Chief, do I look like I have a lot of free time to you?
You look like you're so bored you could die. Look, just hear me out as a way to kill time. There have been a series of suspicious deaths lately. People jumping to their demise from a certain building. The first one was over 5 years ago. People have been periodically jumping since then. It's been over 10 confirmed cases.
What's suspicious about that? Wait, Fabuki? They came across a building to jump off of when they happened to feel like dying. That's probably all there is to it.
It could be true for just 1 or 2 cases. Over 10 times in the same spot? That's unusual no matter how you look at it.
Are you suggesting someone is pulling the strings behind the scenes?
You won't know until it's investigated. It'd be an absolute nightmare if someone is getting their kicks killing people and making it look like suicide. For the sake of the town's safety, not something we can ignore. That's where we come in.
There's no point in investigating it. All we will find is boring reality.
What? That... No matter how boring it is, it's still reality. Value in finding it.
Detectives are such troublesome creatures.
Aren't you one too?
Huh?
Look at me all surprised. Why'd you come here if you're no detective? You're here to solve mysterious crimes and help those who are lost?
Oh.
Why the fuck are you here, Vivia? I mean,
That wasn't
yeah.
exactly a segue to Rio.
No, yeah.
He asked me why I came to this town. I don't understand it myself. I'm not actively searching for a place to die just yet. I'm not here to be a detective searching for the truth. It's nothing so pure or sincere. The reason I came to this city was due to my impatience with living. What did I seek by coming here? What do I expect from this place?
Oh, she's just walking out into traffic.
There was a woman in a red raincoat. That reminds me, the chief did mention something. Around the buildings where the suicides occur, a suspicious woman in a red raincoat's often been spotted. I'm not interested in the truth, but I am interested in her. I should try to tag along without being spotted. Stealth segment!
Oh my god, yeah.
I think he's the only one, I think he's the only one that doesn't have a hood in his rain gear. Everybody
Yeah.
else does.
Everyone else does. Yuma's got a hat. Yakuo, he's got an overcoat.
Yeah, Fubuki's got a what's it called? Hood. Halara's got a hood. Deshiko Dekuhiko has a beanie.
He's got a beanie and a massive hood. Goes over his beanie. Look, where Vivia Ninja runs. You know
It's so funny.
God, he's tall. Yeah, he is.
He'd be even taller if he stood straight.
Yeah, he really would.
It hurts my spine. Just like posture check.
Oh my
Everyone, check your posture. If you're
my
not
God.
sitting up straight in your chair, fucking sit up straight. 'Cause we don't want to be Vivia when we're older or younger. However, time flows for you.
We don't want to be Vivia when we're younger. What the fuck?
However, time flows for you. I'm not here to judge.
I think we don't want to be Vivia in general. Vivia sounds exhausting.
So, is he relaying to her in the
Yeah, I was
elevator how
stalking you
he's
for a bit.
stalking her?
It's very funny.
Oh. How the?
Whoa! Jump right down.
There's this meme of the snake girl in Elden Ring. It's just someone straightening her back.
Oh. Oh, exactly who you're talking about.
Her model disappeared before she fully entered the game.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't look directly at us.
See, this is the perfect building for dying.
That's how we get in the elevator? Ah, yes, I've seen you before. About 30 seconds ago when I followed you in here.
本当ですか？
We've met before? Sure about that?
私は
I don't remember you at all.
いませんけど。
Sure it was me you met?
間違いないよ。
There's no mistake. You have that smell.
No?
なんていうか、
You smell faintly of death.
What do you mean by that? That's rather rude.
君はこのビルに住んでい
Do
る。
you live in this building?
そうですけど。
Yes, why?
Uh-huh.
このビル
From what I've heard, there hasn't been anyone living in this building for a long time. She's just a ghost?
Said that.
どうせ周りの住民
Or was
た
it
ち
the
です
people around here? They probably have a grudge against this place.
このビルのせいで日が
They say the building blocks the sun, or that it's sinking into the bedrock.
それじゃあ、このビルから飛び降りて死んだ人
What about
何人
all the people who have fallen to their deaths from this place?
Yeah, what if maybe she is a ghost.
それもデマに過ぎないのか。
Is that nothing but a groundless rumor, too?
そんなの
course it is.
決まってるじゃない。
デマじゃない。事実だよ。
But it isn't.
記事が出ている。
It's fact. Even the newspapers have articles about it.
君がここの住人なら
If you live here, then you must have heard about it.
この町では多くの
Many unsolved cases in this city have been completely left alone.
もちろん
Of course, this has nothing to do with me.
信じ
I have no interest or desire to know the truth.
少しだけ
However,
君には
I am somewhat interested in you.
それ
Huh,
って
huh.
ナンパのつもりです
Are you hitting on me?
そう取ってもらってもいいよ。
I suppose you could take it that way.
I see. To be honest, I'm interested in you too.
厳密に言うと
Though it's more that your life force makes me curious. It's, how do I put this? Faint.
とっても紙よりも薄っぺ
Thinner than paper. Almost as though I can see death waiting on the other side.
それはお互い様じゃないか。
I could say the same about you. Sheesh. This is a hassle. I guess I'll get to the point. You killed them, didn't you?
I did it?
殺し
町の人間をここに誘い込み、
You lured people from the city here and pushed them off the building, making it appear like suicide.
殺した。君に理想
Why did you kill them? There's no benefit in it for you.
なる趣味。
For fun? You wanted to see them die? Or did you develop a special interest in the value of people's lives? If so, that makes you a serial killer.
私が殺人
He, killer.
だとしたら
Well then, guess that means you're trapped inside an elevator with a killer.
エレベーターに
不思議と。私は
Strangely, I've found myself in situations like this often. Whether I want it or not, death finds its way to me.
Often?
I almost broke character when I read that.
It's like, yeah, it's probably why Vivian doesn't go out too much. Shit like this probably just happens to him.
Everywhere I go, fucking murderers, serial killers, it's just like being in a JoJo film. They're just attracted to each other.
怖くないんですか
You're not afraid.
Afraid? No, it's more like
上に暗い雲が広がって
observing from a great distance as dark clouds slowly spread out over the ocean.
よくわかりませんけど
Don't quite get
明
it,
るい気分じゃ
but
な
it
さ
doesn't
そう
sound joyful to me.
そもそも
Though you were like this from the very beginning.
実は私
Truth be
死に
told,
かかっている
you
人
can tell when someone has a death wish.
見れこの人は向こう側に行きたい
Sense their desire to go to the other side. Yes, you remind me of it.
向こう側か。
The other side.
ここに誘い込んだ人たちも
Did all those you lured here feel the same way?
そういう
Lured?
ことそれは誤解です
Mistaken. I didn't do anything myself. I was just here.
ただあなたのような人が
People like you happened to show up here. They depart to the other side on their own.
あくまで君は何もしていないと主張するのかい。
You really want to insist that you weren't involved? That all those who died came here of their own accord?
だって
Right? Aren't
あ
you
なた
the
も
same
そう
way?
でしょ
私も
Me?
そうかもしれないね。
Perhaps.
Well, another flashback.
Is it?
Oh, nope. Oh, yeah, flashback. King of the
いつ
Echo.
か死にたい。
I wanna die someday.
それにふさわしい場所かも。
Perhaps this is a fitting place for it.
You here is nice, don't you think? That's certainly an added benefit.
That's just a real person. The picture?
That's
The
a real
ad?
picture, yep.
Yep.
The journey here wasn't easy. Things are getting started. You're just getting started. Vivia, let's save Kanai Ward together.
私はそう
That's not why I came to this city.
Right. Counting on you then. Wait, what did you say?
今のは聞き間違いか
Did I mishear you?
カナイクがどうなの
It's not Yuma. It's basically the same as that moment, but it's
Exactly,
the
yeah.
opposite. I don't care what happens to Kanai Ward. And I have no intention to obey orders from the WDO either.
Why the fuck are you here, Vivia?
Why are you here?
How did you get hired? Why are you a
Did he just like end up on the murder train or whatever equivalent that he got here? And like he just survived and now he's here?
He's
Like
got-
what?
He's got a badge and a license, so like I can only assume that the WDO just seen this dude who's just like so fucking prickly that he gets up in the faces of fucking murderers and just manages to subdue them when they come at him. Like he just ends up in these situations where like the killers are basically about to kill him or like confessing their sins and are going to silence him, and Vivia like Vivia takes them down and they're like, ah yes, you should be a detective, and he's just yeah, okay, whatever. And it just happens over and over again.
You know?
He just stumbles into crime scenes and resolves it somehow. And it's like, ah, yes, you must be good at this.
It's kind of like Fubuki, where she's just so, you know, almost lucky, or so like she could just use her time powers to kind of get the right answers every time.
Yeah.
That people just assume that she is really good at what she's doing.
No, he just has a
She's
billion do-overs.
cheating, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want some peace and quiet. A calming place where time will gently pass by.
Talking about? Not gonna find that here. The only place you can find perfect peace is heaven. And the only ones who can reach it are the dead. Wait. Don't tell me you...
Just leave me alone.
Can't do that. We need your help. Hey, Vivia.
I've always been able to see the dead, and what they tell me is always true. Truth has been exhausting me for as long as I can remember. Even when I cover my eyes and ears, their voices continue to whisper it to me.
Is this actually happening to Vivia, or is this just Vivia being Vivia?
Maybe this is a flashback of earlier when he's like seeing the dead around this area or something. Please be quiet. No matter how much I beg for it, the calm will never come. Where is the perfect peace? It's found in death.
その顔
Ah, there's the look.
このエレベーターに乗る人たちは
Everyone who steps into the elevator has the same look in their...
早くこの現実から
Want to
逃げ出
escape
して
reality as soon as possible.
どこでもいい
Care where they end up
こ
as
こ
long
で
as
は
they
ない
get
どこかへ
get away.
このエレベーターがたどり着く先には
The elevator
そ
will
んな
take
彼
you
ら
to
に
the desired
出
exit.
口がある向こう側へ行くための
Path to the other side.
そうやって彼らを見送るのが
And it's your job to see them off.
って何人も送り出してきて
You've seen so many on their way from here. It's like you are the guide to the afterlife.
何
What if I am?
あなたも同じようなものでしょ
Huh,
そうだね
perhaps. But I really like my neon booties. That may be true. It moved.
このエレベーターと同じ
Life is like an elevator.
動き出したらも
It moves, will not stop.
Like this elevator.
This elevator. Hear them.
おいビビアどこだ
Yeah, Aqua still thinks Vivian's gonna kill himself. Oh no.
That was right before this.
That was
moment.
right before this. We think these are flashbacks to much earlier when Vivia's just now getting to Kanaiwar. But no, that was like 30 seconds ago. That was like 5 minutes ago. Hey Vivia, where are you?
今の声は
That voice.
Recognize it?
No.
もしこの世にまだ未練があるなら
If you have any attachments to this world, I suggest you don't depart.
未練
Attachments.
それなら君は
If that's the case, why did you go to the other side?
Huh?
ここで死んだ人々のうち
The first of those who died was a woman wearing a red raincoat.
名前はリョウ
Her name was Rio. It was written in a newspaper article.
死してなお君がこのエレベーター
Why do you still ride this elevator,
この世に
even after death? Isn't it because you're still attached to this world?
あなた何者
Who are
そんな
you?
人間じゃないみたい
You don't seem like an ordinary human.
ただの探偵だよ
I'm a regular detective.
だけどね
I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
それにしても
I
驚
see.
きました
Still, you surprise me.
私が死んでること
Knew I was already dead.
最初に
Jeez, you fucking nailed it, 2F. Holy.
I mean, it was pretty easy when you phased through a car and nobody seemed to, blink.
Didn't really bat an
Except
eye.
Vivia.
Yeah.
I told you in the beginning that you smelled of death.
確かにそうですね
Did.
エレベーターを止めたのも君か
You're responsible for stopping this elevator using some spiritual power or whatever.
このビルに訪れる自殺志願者たちを
You haven't been guiding the suicidal to the roof of this building.
エレベーターを止めて
You've been stopping the elevator in an attempt to make them reconsider.
全部
Sure are a mean one. Knew all along.
彼らを
Did you try to save them?
Yes.
でもご存知
I'm sure you know I haven't been able to stop a single one.
誰も止められますそうして10人以上
More than 10.
ってしまった
Watched all of them go. That's why I think it's my fault. Because I chose this place for my own death, it's become rather famous for suicides. Just tired of living. To go somewhere far away from this place.
後悔しているんだね
What? You regret it.
Yes. Why I always stop the elevator whenever someone comes here, so I can speak to them. I've never been able to convince them otherwise. All I've done is provide some time to think it over. Everyone who comes here has claimed none would be saddened by their deaths. Never been able to get them to recant those words.
それは当然だよ
That should be expected.
真実だから
After all, it is the truth.
他人の死を見
Everyone must overcome the death of others to keep on living. No one can remain in place and look back every time.
That's so. We're almost to the roof. You're on. Nothing to stop this. Please listen. Even if you get to the roof, don't step out onto the floor,
どうして
Why?
because they will try to take you. As long as you don't listen to them, you'll be able to shake it off. Because you're here to investigate what happened, not for your own death.
どうかな
I don't know about that.
Is this chapter Vivian about to kill himself? Is that what this is?
I mean, if there's any moment he would get close to it, this
think this
is
would
some
be it,
story.
yeah.
How fucking more noir can you get, Vivia?
Jesus.
The moment I got on the elevator, I think I made up my mind.
強く生きた
No,
い
you
と
must be determined to survive. Otherwise, they will take you.
生きることと死ぬこと。
Life and death. I fail to see the border between the two anymore. They both overlap. I can no longer tell which one is the real me.
それなら残していく人のことを
Please think of the
思い出して
people you will leave behind.
あなたにもきっといるはずですその人に
You must have some in your life. You really gonna part with saying farewell to them?
このまま別れたらきっと後悔
There must be someone who will regret not
そんな人が
you'll
い
regret
るは
not
ず
saying goodbye to.
そんな人がいれば。
If I had someone like that, I wouldn't be here. Man, Vivi, you're just making her right. She's trying to change so many people's minds.
God.
I have no one.
お前の力が
Need your help. Isn't it cool to have a detective agency in a submarine? If you ever have troubles here in Kanayward, just come on by. The detectives and I will always have your back. In exchange, better watch out for us too.
面倒。
What a pain.
If you ever need something, let me know.
静かにしてほしい。
I want peace and quiet.
Huh?
できれば私に構わないでほしい。
I want to be left alone.
No way I can do that. We're pals, aren't we? Put on your fans. Divya, you've barely eaten a thing since you came here. Looking kind of emaciated.
ちゃんと食べてるよ。
I'm eating well enough. He says, lifting up the book.
It's not for eating, it's for reading.
同じこと。
Same thing.
Could they be the same thing? Do you hate the food in this town or something? I mean, that's not without reason, Yakuo.
I wonder how fast Yakuo figured it out.
He never did.
You know.
Yakuo died.
don't know
before,
that?
Yakuo died before we had the revelation.
No, not Yakuo. Vivia.
Oh, Vivia. I don't know.
Like, what if he could smell the, like, death?
He
the meat
smell
puns.
the peoples in the meat pun. Oh no.
I don't fucking know, man. This guy's fucking weird, okay?
Weird.
Isn't that why he was always like, are you sure you want to reveal the truth? Like, are you sure? Are you know?
Yeah. The hotel restaurant offers a lot of different choices. Sure, we'll find something you can eat. Alright, today's my treat. Let's go get dinner at the restaurant.
どうしてそんな面倒なことを。
Why bother with all that trouble? I wish you'd leave me alone.
I can't do that. I may not look it, but I can be pretty persistent. You told me one thing, so now I have to do the opposite. That's just how I am. What made me the detective I am today? Aww. Don't wish for death. At this rate, you'll be taken away. You're growing stronger. Each new one makes them more formidable. Even take hold of the living. Ah. Arrived.
Brace yourself.
They're coming. God, why the fucking ghosts in this game? That's fucking scary.
Oh, look, another one of
What
Wes's
the
voices.
fuck?
That
What the fuck?
I knew it was coming.
しか
So death awaits me.
Don't go any
here.
further. Huh? They aren't moving. It's almost as though they haven't noticed you. He used his projection?
だろうね。彼らは
I thought so. They're only able to take away the living.
それじゃもしかしてあなたも
And you're also...
君たちと同じ。You
I'm the same as you. I'm a ghost.
No way.
と言っても私の
However, in my case, my body still lingers in this world.
Don't tell me that Vivia was never on the
He's-
elevator in the first place. He just dropped in the middle of the street. He's just asleep in an alley, and that's where Yakuo finds him.
Or even funnier, he's back in the sub in his little hidey hole.
あなたは一体何者なの
What does that mean? Who are you?
言っただろう。ただの探偵
They've already told you. I'm an ordinary detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
話をするために
I decided to come here in my ghost form to try talking to you.
無理やりここから
Thanks to that, I can't be dragged out of here.
Really? I don't quite understand, but
不思議な人です
sure are a mysterious person.
自分の足で進み出るならともかく
I wouldn't mind walking away on my own, but I refuse to let someone take me away from here.
私の望む安い
That's not the peace I desire.
So you've reconsidered.
君もここに縛られ続ける必要は
There's no need for you to be imprisoned here. I think your atonement has been fulfilled.
立つ時じゃないか
Isn't it about time you sever your attachments here?
私はここに
No.
残ります
I want to remain behind.
来る人が
I need to ensure they don't take anyone else who comes here. Not everyone is as strong as you are.
私は強くなんかないよ
I'm not strong at all.
死に慣れたら
I've just grown used to death.
エレベーターはもう動かない
Also, will the elevator move again? Or is it stuck on the roof?
誰かがボタンを押すまで
Yeah, until someone pushes the button.
Yaku?
Yakuo gonna save us?
ビビア
Vivia?
ここにいるの
Are
か
you in there?
まさかヤコ
That's Chief Yakuo.
Jesus Christ. What a sprite to use for that.
いない
Not here? Damn it.
それか
I'm at the wrong place.
例の事件でこのビルを調べてるんじゃないかと思った
Thought
が
he'd come here to investigate. Ugh, ugh, exhausted.
エレベーターを追って屋上まで階
You
段を駆け
took the stairs all the way to the roof to chase after the elevator.
心配だったんじゃないですか
Must have been worried about you.
今まで10人以上やってきたけど
Watched over 10 people depart,
ここまで探
but
しに来
he's
た
the first one I've seen come looking for the dead.
あなたには帰る場所があるんです
You have a
ね
place you can return to. Perhaps that's the difference between us.
あなた
正直言ってうるさい
Honestly, I don't care for all the noise. I'm rather envious of your world.
でも
However,
帰る場所があるなら
you have a place to return home to. You should.
帰る場所か
Home. Huh?
私はまだ迷っている
I find myself hesitating. I don't know which path I should take.
明白じゃないですか
Obvious? Hey, Vivia! Where'd you go?
あの人のところへ戻ってあげてください
Please go back to him.
あなたのことを
Sure, he's
待って
waiting
い
for
ま
you.
すから
Vivia, looking all over for you. he just is.
Yep. He
asleep on
did
the-
just
he's just
fucking
asleep in an
collapse on the
alley.
alley.
It's such a solemn look on your face when you left, so I had a hunch.
一体何
What
が
happened? Just sitting in the rain.
少し
I got a bit lost.
Lost at your age.
まあ
Then again,
こっちに来たばかりだし
Come to the city that long ago, so I guess that makes sense.
ともかく
Anyway,
無事ならよかった
I'm glad you're okay.
さあ一緒に俺の
God, Vivia's so tall. Look how much taller he is than Yako.
It would be funny if Yakuo picks him up and it's like, God, you're light.
死はいつも
Death
先で私を
is always awaiting me upon my path,
これはまるで街路樹のよ
like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet.
う彼らを守備よくやり過ごし
Even if I manage to overcome them and make it to the end of that path,
振り返ると
when I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral.
生きるとはつまり
To live
続けるということ
means to continuously die.
誰しも
Every human
に過ぎない
is nothing but a walking corpse.
そして私は
And so, I too am dying in this moment.
けれど
However,
足を取らずに歩き続けた時
as long as I continue to travel this path,
がないだも
I may enjoy some peaceful scenery
実もその先へ
beyond the truth.
安らぎは
Perhaps the peace I desire can be found there.
Aww.
Damn.
Damn.
Hey, you know what, Wes?
This is sad. Wow.
I think we've got to add another one to the list.
Yeah?
Yep. Once again, Wesley has one of his characters die.
Technically, they were already dead, so it's not like she had died. It's not like the character dies. I don't think the ghost counts.
Sorry to say.
Shit. God damn it. Revealed as dead all along really count? Fuck. Well, that was interesting. Man, it makes it way more tragic that Vivia was the one who figured out that Yakuo fucking basically killed himself in order to get revenge.
Yeah, but like, is there really a conclusion there? Because they don't free her. They don't stop the ghost hands.
Well, the conclusion is that Vivia doesn't kill himself, I guess.
But the ghost hands are still there.
Yeah, the case is a cold case. And I doubt Vivia's really going to inform Yakuo of what's going on. Because what the fuck is he going to do about it? So, like, nothing really got solved there, did it?
That's when you go to the priest and or the nun, whichever is
what's the
alive
priest
at that
gonna
point.
do? The priest is killing people.
Listen, they wouldn't know that. And maybe the priest can actually still exercise. We don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Do you have to be holy and pure to exorcise ghosts? I never heard of that qualification.
Nun shows up to an exorcism with a fucking with an electric guitar and an amp. Can't really solve ghosts existing, I guess. Most of the time. Depends on the game. I like that chapter a lot. That was cool.
For the slightly less satisfying Gumshoe Gab, yeah, I like
Yeah,
the sub story.
Sub story was really good. Alright, let's gab with Yakuo. Hang out with him.
It definitely had a twist. I definitely, I mean, like in a sense, I saw that her being special, but I did think she was gonna be the villain.
Yeah, yeah.
なあユーマ折り入って頼みが
Yuma, I ask you for a favor.
何ですか？
Huh? What is it?
その
How
なんつったらいい
do
の
I
か
put
な
this?
どうしたんですか？遠慮して
Hey,
る
the hesitancy.
所長らしく
It's not like you, Chief.
そうだよな
Right.
俺と
We're pals after all.
そうですよ。
Yeah.
それじゃあ
Then I'll say it.
遠慮せずに言う
Well,
その
I,
ちょっとばかし
you lend me some money.
してほしく
Chief, you don't pay us. What money do we have?
無理です。
No. Huh? Why? You said we're pals.
ユーマの
言いましたけど。
Did.
お金なんて
I don't have any money.
ないそう
Can't
です
draw blood from a
出ませんよ
stone.
ち最近の若いのは
Our kids these days have a lot in savings.
っていうか、なんでお金
Why do you even need any money?
さすが
You have
に
more than I do.
持ってるはずですよ。
いや最近
Well, I've been drinking more recently.
さ
My living expenses have been stretched thin. What the fuck, Yakuo?
自業自得
Isn't
じゃ
that your own fault then?
冷たい
Employees are so heartless.
まったく
Wish some super profitable job would fall into my lap.
でこねあー俺に超探偵
Only I had a master detective's abilities. I could easily make some cash.
あ、それ僕も
Yeah,
思ったことあり
I
ます
feel the same way.
超探偵の能力
Master detective could make a ton of money if they used their powers for profit.
一発で逮捕
なあなあの
Right?
あいつら
Wonder why these guys just work as detectives.
とも理解
I don't understand one bit.
そういえば所長って
Speaking of,
何人もの超
had a bunch of master detectives, haven't you, Chief?
あそりゃ
Yeah, sure I have.
これまであった人の
Have you seen any particularly amazing abilities?
どんな超探偵がいるの
Curious about what other kinds of master detectives are out there.
うーんすごい
Hmm,
能力
amazing abilities, huh?
何の能力
To
も
me,
ない
they
俺
were all amazing,
なんだってすごい
since I don't have any myself.
まあ
But among them all, there was one that really freaked me out. One that really freaked me out was the ability to hear the culprit's inner voice. Whoa! What a fucking ability that is!
I wonder if he'll explain if he knew what the limitations are. Like, you can hear the culprit's inner voice, but you don't know whose voice it is.
Yeah, you just hear an inner monologue.
え
Huh?
それって
Wouldn't that make them unstoppable as a detective?
ああ世界
Yeah, it's considered the all-time ace up the WDO's sleeve.
に目の当たり
Seeing it with my own eyes sure made me feel depressed.
こんな化け物と一緒に
Really call myself a detective when there's a monster like that doing this job? No, it just sounds like the ability is all upsides. Like,
It's just broken.
I mean, you can get your guy, but you still have to like prove it though.
Maybe.
Like, you still have to do it the detective work. It just said because like Halara has said it before, but like she gets a lot of flack because her abilities just let her see things that other people can't. So she has to like put in the actual work to proving the case. That's why she's so fucking good at being a detective.
Mm. And but if Yuma as number one had those kinds of people available, and then he just fucks off on his own to go solve all the world's mysteries, what the hell's he gonna accomplish?
I don't know. Yuma's smart. He's got gumption. He can figure it out.
Uh-huh.
But
Just like he totally figured out what he was doing there in that city of crime.
I mean, he eventually did.
I mean, he eventually seemed like he mentally prepared himself for what was going forward, but I don't think he was really prepared.
Yeah. You're right. Makes me feel unsure of myself. In fact, brings me down whenever I compare myself to everyone here. No point in developing an inferiority complex just because you don't have any abilities.
And his ability is to borrow other people's abilities, so him going off on his own is literally him handicapping himself.
Listen, I'm calling it now, but Yuma's probably like a fucking magnet for these freaks. Like, he probably uses, as number one, even if he did fuck off and was solving mysteries on his own, he probably just ran into people and like, oh, you have this budding ability. Help me solve this case? Cool. Welcome to the WDO. You're now a trainee. Like, that's probably how it worked a lot of the time.
I don't know. Raincoat 2, when?
Raincoat 2, when? I don't know. Who knows?
Persistently generated mysteries.
God, that sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like the worst fucking thing imaginable. Procedurally generated mysteries. It'd be so boring or so completely impossible to solve.
Well, just like Vivia said, not everything is meant to be solved.
People just gotta play with the cards they
It's not a
dealt.
bug, it's a feature.
Raincoat Night Rain. Even if you're dealt a terrible hand, sometimes, just sometimes, you can manifest the power of the Joker card. Having no forte, it's like not even being dealt a hand. That's not true. There's stuff you can do because you don't have one. That really true? Yeah. Trust my many years of experience. I'm sure of it. Well, do you have an example? I think it's better you figure it out yourself, yeah? What do you think?
Think about it. What can you do without any abilities?
Slow and steady investigation, nothing comes to mind. How regular people feel.
Nothing comes to mind.
Nothing comes to mind.
You're just bullshitting, Yakuo.
Nothing comes to mind. Come on, don't give up now. Try one more time. I do because I don't have any abilities. I know how regular people feel? Yeah, that's it. Although, if you had the ability to read minds, you could understand people's feelings and use it for information. But you'd never be able to join them among the have-not. To be the same as the vast majority of people is a powerful tool for a detective. Why there's no need to feel down, even if you don't have any special powers. Right. I'll keep that in mind. Chief, sometimes you say some really profound things. Sometimes? What's that supposed to mean?
You and Yakuo seem to have grown ever closer together.
Oh, I really like
Too bad your
Yakuo.
closeness to him. It doesn't matter in the end.
Yeah. Guess you could say that. Chief, what made you want to become a detective? Huh? That came out of nowhere. I'd understand if you had special powers like everyone else. But you're not like them. So I want to know what made you decide to be a detective. I see. Well, you could say something encouraged me, but it's not very interesting. As a kid, I was basically Watson. Like, a detective's assistant? Back in high school, I worked as a part-timer at a small detective agency. But obviously, I never got to do any exciting stuff like investigating murders. All he did was find lost pets and cheating spouses.
僕たちが来る前の夜行探偵
That's exactly what the Nocturnal Detective Agency was doing before we showed up. Yeah, that's right. But one time, I was involved in the real deal. Took part in an investigation of a murder case. Though I was a kid at the time, though I still couldn't do much. The detective there was just some slovenly old guy. He solved the case like Holmes would have. I sure looked up to him after that.
それで探偵を目指す
Oh, so that's why he strove to become a detective.
If I didn't have an admiration for detectives, or if I'd never taken that part-time job at the agency, I wouldn't have become one.
所長なんだか切なげに見える
Kinda sad. What happened? Do you regret it? Bring back good memories? The response here.
Hmm. Are they sad memories or are they, you know, good, reminiscent, but like, you know, sad in part?
Yes.
懐かしいですか
Did it bring back good memories?
そりゃ
Well, you know,
10年以上前のことだ
been well over 10 years now, so why do you ask?
それが
あいや
No reason.
関係ないみたいだな
Not the reason why, so
さっき切な
I look earlier.
後悔してるんです
Do
か
you regret it?
後悔って探偵に
Regret being a detective?
はい
Yeah, you look really sad all of a sudden.
そうだな
Well,
そりゃ探偵になった
I had to deal with a bunch of troublesome stuff after I became a detective.
正直
There have been times when I wish I'd never taken this path.
でも
There's also happiness I never would have expected it,
幸せや
had I not become
会
one.
えなかった人
A lot of people I would have never met too.
例えば
Like you guys, for example. Aww,
所長
Chief.
そうだ
I know.
外に飯
Let's go and eat sometime.
っていうか久しぶりに
You know,
話をしたら
talking about the past sure has made me want a drink.
付き合ってくれよ
You should join me.
っていうことはおごりです
Does
か
that mean you're buying?
ほら早く準備しない
Better hurry up and get ready before I leave you behind.
なんでスルーなんですか
Why did you ignore my question?
でも僕も記憶
Well,
喪失の
after losing my memories,
所長たち
glad it was everyone here I ended up meeting.
あれだけど後悔してないなら
Wait,
さっきの
Chief said he doesn't regret being a detective.
どうして
Why did he look so sad?
僕の勘違いなのかな
Yeah, I misinterpreted.
Haha, you and Yakko seem to have grown even closer together.
Oh, God.
That line, can you still view the lines after the gumshoe gab?
Ah, I have to start a new one. Should be able
Okay.
to scroll back, though. Nope. It's gone.
Okay, that line where he said, I'm gonna have to quickly scrub through the YouTube because you said I should be able to scrub back, and then my mind was like, okay, we don't need to hold on to this piece of information anymore. um, uh, um, oh, that was the one before.
Got this.
Hang on. The memories,
まったく
the bunch of troublesome things
ないことばっかりだぜ
that happened. Oh, right. It was the line with Yuma where he said, after losing my memories, I'm glad it was everyone here I ended up meeting.
Oh.
But that was not the first group of people he ended up meeting after losing his memories.
Yeah.
That was it. That was what I was looking for. I was like, wait a second.
Jeez. It's been getting troubling lately.
ユーマ
Yuma, you got anything to share that could cheer me up?
話題はないか
え
Huh?
そんなの急
I
に
don't know what to say when I'm put on the spot like that.
じゃあ
How are things going with you and Kurumi? Yaku's prying into Yuma's love life? That's really funny.
ヤングの恋愛話でおじさんをキュンキュンさせてくれよ
I want you to pull on my heartstrings with some young love. With stories of young love.
だからちゃんとは
There's nothing like that between us. There is, Yuma.
別に
It's not like it's not like I like her or anything.
You're so tsundere.
Uh-huh. You're just not being honest with yourself.
そういう所長はどうなんですか
What about you, Chief?
お見受けするところ
From the looks of things, you appear to be single.
そういえば
I thought you said you used to be pretty popular.
おう
Here I was. Back in my prime, I went way beyond 3 and 4 timing. Jesus Christ, Yakuo!
You playboy.
You fuck.
全員俺にベタ惚れだ
Everybody was head over heels for me.
本当ですか
You sure about that? Yuma. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
いやいやありえないでしょ
Nah, I seriously doubt it.
どの子も少し間
But I'll be fighting for my attention whenever I got a minute of free time.
ちょっとでも俺に別の
They get so jealous if they found out they weren't my one and only. It was adorable.
俺にドリンクをねだる時なんか
They're like cute little kittens. The way they'd come up to me wanting a drink.
え
Are they kittens?
ドリンクってことは
A
も
drink?
しかして
Wait a minute. It's a fantasy, pets, hostesses.
Wanting a drink? I mean, hostesses doesn't make sense.
Hostesses
Right?
is the funniest. I'm gonna do hostesses anyways because this doesn't matter.
No,
But
that's
that's
funny.
so funny.
キャバクラとか
You're referring to a hostess club.
女性の話ですよね
The women all worked there, didn't they?
な
What? No!
Wait. Wait
What?
a second.
No!
ドリンクをねだ
Maybe they were all asking you for drinks.
しまった
Crap!
所長
Chief, you don't need to put on airs like that.
ないでくださいよ
Not a kid anymore.
子供に
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
that was right. Oh my god.
ごめんなさいモテモテではなかったです
I'm sorry. The truth is, I wasn't popular at all.
まったくなんで
How could you lie about that?
でもユーマこれだけ
Well, Yuma, just remember one thing.
なんですか
Huh? What?
これは所長としてじゃなく
I'm
て
speaking here as a man with much more life experience,
男としても
not as your chief.
惚れた大事な女だ
You fall in love with a woman, you have to protect her no matter what.
それが
That,
それだけが
and that alone,
男
is
が
why men are made to be men.
できた意味だぞ
Huh?
あはい
Sure.
このもじゃもじゃ頭どうしたの
What's up with Fuzzhead? He looks so serious.
肝に銘じておき
I'll
ます
keep that in mind, but what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
ああ
But,
それは
well,
貧血で店に通う
I stopped visiting the girl I liked for a while when I was broke.
実家に帰
And I found out she quit and went back home.
人間は失って
People only realize how important something is after they've lost it.
何ですかその話
I don't quite understand.
まったく
Can't tell if he's being serious or not.
でも
He laughed it off at the end. I could tell that story was important to him.
ヤコウ所長の言葉
He put he said in mind.
ご主人様と
Ah, you and Yakuo forged the ultimate bond together.
Oh boy, are you ready to see his real fucked up and sad backstory?
よかったね
No. I admit. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Very.
Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna be really sad. Man, we sure had a lot of lead up to this in particular. Holy shit. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. 'Cause, oh boy. Oh, these have been fun. Do. Oh my god, these just take so much longer than I thought. I think we left off at Vivia. It's like an hour and a half of just Vivia content. Dude, this is some decent like chunks of story, of like post game stuff. Oh my god. I'm so ready for this to be super sad and upsetting to play through. Gotta be fucked up. What do we know? Yakuo's wife was an Amaterasu scientist. And, about it. Killed in some kind of testing Dr. Huesca did. Uh, 89% for achievements. Wow. Achievements don't I have? Using 4 Steam achievements. I would stop detective, reach max detective rank. How do I do that? Is detective rank persistent across 2 games? Maybe. Play the game and interact with stuff more. Or there's interactables that miss the first run. Get it all in one go. You know, labyrinth skills. Probably could have done that if we had gone max on detective rank. King of the Mystery Labyrinth. Obtain SS rank in all Mystery Labyrinths. Ooh. That's not too bad, actually. Because you can't... There's a whole bunch of places to restart and load from a save. So if you just save scum your way through the gameplay segments, Mystery Labyrinths, it'd be okay. Eliminator of all mystery. Unlock all achievements. This is super doable. And I might do this. Very cool. Oh boy. I'm sure has gone somewhere. Next section. Pick around and grab some chips while he's gone. We'll be right back after these. I'm not fucking. There's no ads. So we'll be right back. Oh. Alright. I am back. We're now just waiting for Noah. Come on, crunch, Chip. I have really liked Raincoat. This has been a lot of fun. It's incredibly stylish, and it's somewhat unique among these detective games where it doesn't really care to, doesn't hold itself back from stepping into and out of like the supernatural stuff if it moves the story along. Like,
It's time to edit.
oh, welcome back. Save that thought for afterwards.
I just want it all to be over.
Oh my god. Well, you'll have your wish. This is the last bit of content for Raincoat. Chapter Yakuo. Thank you, my detective. Voice calls out to Yakuo as he walks in the darkness. Sweet but somber. It reminds him of that day. What could this... Autosave is a name for sub-stories. Oh, fuck!
What? You saw this coming, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't think we'd be starting here. Oh no! Fucked
It
up
says as he's walking away into the darkness or whatever.
Yeah, but that could mean anything. I didn't even think it'd be this. Oh.
Anything.
Shit.
あなたあなた
Darling. Darling. Was he there when it all happened? No, that was before the events of the thing. It's zombie shuffling. Go the
Yep.
other way.
Yeah. See, yeah, we weren't expecting to be post-zombie. He could have meant anything. Could have just been Yakuo walking around alone at night.
そうです僕はユーマです所長
Yes,
わかりますか
I'm Yuma. Chief, you understand me?
You're not gonna purposely walk into the light to see more visions?
I guess we have to. It's not gonna wait.
いらねえっておい
Don't worry, I'm the ultimate master detective. I won't cause any trouble for you.
Oh, he's flashing back to all of the fucking... all of his detectives. That depends on the payment. This is really fucked up and sad. Oh my god!
Oh, off. Darling. The way he gets up and his bones just like snap back into place or whatever. Chief, please stay with us. those are all like past moments, but those are unique like splash art for those moments.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
少し
I got a bit lost.
I'm flashing back to the other sub stories. Wow. This really is supposed to be the very last thing you do.
Yep.
何にも成長してないのね。
You haven't grown up at all.
Cute.
Yeah, you should have taken that voice because she's dead.
Shut the fuck up. I'm already playing as a dead character right now.
Shit.
Can't just go around artificially inflating my numbers. Fuck you.
待っていたわ、あなた。
I've been waiting for you, my darling.
My detective.
Oh God.
Oh my god,
The
it's so
sun.
sunny.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
悪いが今日限
Holy
りでここを
detective.
辞めさせてもらう
I'm sorry. And I quit.
ちょっと待ってくれ
Wait,
よ
I promise I'll figure out some way to pay you by tomorrow.
なんとかするやっぱり明後日まで
Please wait just another 2 days. No, a week. Wait for another week, please.
金の問題じゃないんだよ
It's not about the money.
この街を
Take a look at this town. Everything's changed. Nobody wants detectives here.
そんなことはない
It's not true. The place has grown so big, it's just harder to see those in trouble.
今でも俺たちの助け
There are many people in need of our help.
そんなやつどこにいるんだ
Where are they then? We haven't had a single customer for a month.
Looks so young, I know. There's no stubble or all of his whiskers are gone.
困ったことがあればアマテラス社に頼めばいい
Any trouble? Just ask that Amaterasu. Amaterasu. They do everything, right?
Too late. It's too late.
頼るんだよ
It's far too late. Why bother hiring a detective?
この街は俺たちの街だろ
But this is our town. We don't protect it. Who will?
お前いつまで夢に
Our town. How long will you keep dreaming?
この街はもうアマテラス社のもの
This place belongs to Amaterasu now.
それでも一緒にこの街を守っていこうって
We promised we'd protect this town together.
一体何から街を守ろうって
Protect it from what? Let the peacekeepers handle it.
アマテラス社の保安部はかなり高級らしい
I hear that Amaterasu pays them pretty well. I'm hoping they'll interview me there soon.
I hope this guy gets hired on. Killed Layomi later. Hope he really suffers under the fucking leadership of this shitty government after the fucking Empire executes Order 66.
はいアゴ悪いことは言わない
Echo, I feel bad saying this, but you should quit being a detective and find a proper job.
まともじゃないっていうのかよ
What? Think this gig isn't proper?
なあどうかしてるね
That's right. In fact, I think you're out of your mind.
二度と俺に構わないでくれよ
Listen, leave me alone from here on out. I don't want you dragging me down when I try to join the peacekeepers.
おい
Hey!
とうとう一人か
All alone now. What the fuck?
おい社長
Hey there, Chief.
Oh!
いつになったら
When are you gonna pay your rent?
Sorry, I'm gathering the money for that right now.
先週も同じ
You said that last week.
Oh my god, he fucking took a swing at us!
今日中に金を持ってこ
If you can't get me the money by today, I'll sell this place off to Amaterasu like I first planned.
なんかに貸してる
It'll pay a lot better than renting it out to you.
I understand. I'll do something about it today.
やっぱり
Actually, you wait until the end of the month?
ならねえよ
Not a chance.
Fucking hell. We're on the pier.
Feels like home.
Jeez. Fucking old Larry.
Old Larry.
Hey, Larry. Pokemon.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
You with the Nocturnal Detective Agency?
Yes?
I'm looking for this person. I'll put a down payment of 100,000. If you find the target and bring it to me, it'll be 1 million. How about it?
A million?
やりますやります
I'll do it. Please give me this job. They're pretty.
The woman currently works at a lab for Amaterasu Corporation.
アマテラス社ですか
Matarasu again.
また厄介な
That's annoying.
Is there a problem? If so, I can find someone else.
No,
全く問題あり
there's no problem. Yeah, screw Matarasu, am I right?
Wonderful. Contact me once you find that woman.
Understood.
あの
For my reference, what do you do with the gal once I find her?
You'd be better off not getting too nosy.
That's suspicious as hell.
100万もあれば
Million covers 6 months worth of rent. Luck is back on my side.
早速仕事に
Better start on the job right away.
6 months of rent, 1 million?
A million divided by
Is the whole
6.
agency the building?
Might be.
What would that be? 200,000. So that's what, 2,000?
Matarasu.
If it's yen?
Oh well, that was easy.
あの女で間違いない
Yeah, what? Million, 100,000, 10,000, yeah, $10,000?
So divided by 6, that's 2,000 a month. Okay, I guess that's not that bad.
Yeah.
あの
Excuse me.
いい天気
What nice weather we're having.
雨
It's raining?
I like the rain.
正直
Fine, here's the truth.
俺は探偵だ
I'm a detective. Someone hired me to search for you.
ふんそう
Oh. Got it.
まだいたい察しがついたわ
I think I know why.
依頼主に
I probably know your client too.
今から連絡するの
So,
私はす
are you going to contact him? I'll go right now if you want.
待ってく
But
れ
wait,
くそ
damn it, what am I doing? I should have just called the client right away.
その
Um,
依頼主
who is my client? He didn't seem like the usual sort.
普通じゃない俺はその
I work as a detective because I want to
この街
protect
を
this
守り
city.
たくて探
I
偵
can't work for him if he's a criminal or something,
たとえ依頼であってもだ
even if he's my client.
Huh?
You laughing? Hey, I'm dead serious about my job.
ごめんなさいずいぶん
Sorry. I was just contemplating how your head must be full of rust.
I'll take that as a compliment. How can you take that as a compliment, Yaku? There's no positive connotations about what you just said.
全然褒めてないから
It wasn't one. Well, I suppose an antique has its own charms.
Antique?
あなたの依頼主はおそらくうちの研究
Your
所
client is from our lab's rival organization. He's probably a headhunter.
珍しい話じゃないわ
It's not uncommon. I get offers like this all the time. Some try more forceful methods, such as hiring a detective.
Ah, because you're a researcher at Amaterasu.
そうよ正直言って
That's right. To be honest, it's not that great of a place. My boss is an ass, and my colleagues are all depressed.
でね自分の研究がうまくいかないもん
When their own research doesn't go well, they yell and throw mugs at me.
That's fucked up. Assault your coworkers?
この前なんか
Just the other day, they just immediately started.
再生医療
Anyway, if my research is successful, it'll open a whole new field in regenerative medicine.
まだまだ開発途中なんだけど
It's still ongoing, but so far as it can repair nerve cells by simply ingesting medication.
What? That's insane.
I mean, we have things that can turn nerve cells off.
I mean, yes, a bullet does that quite well.
No, that's not what I was referring to.
それってすごいことなのよわかってる
Do you understand how incredible that is? Do you see?
Yeah,
詳しいことはよくわからな
I
いが
don't know about all this.
研究内容
You're supposed to be telling me what you're researching?
そういうのって
Shouldn't that stuff be kept secret? I'd really love to avoid getting dragged into a weird mess.
いけない
Oh. Well, whatever. Just make sure you don't tell anyone else.
そういうの得意
You should be good at that if you're a detective, right?
Of course.
それじゃ私がここにいるってことも黙って
Well then, will you also keep quiet about where I am?
Yeah, of course.
いやいやいや
Wait, hold on.
待てよ
You asked me to lie to my client?
それはまた別問題だ
That's entirely different.
なんで適当に見つからない
How so?
っておいてく
You
れ
could just say you never found me.
俺は仕事でやってるん
It's
だ
my job.
依頼主が犯罪者なら
It'd be one thing if he was a criminal or something, but a headhunter?
黙っておく理由
No reason for me to keep quiet.
しかもこっちには生活
Livelihood is on the line.
100万だぞ100万
Million. Million is on the line.
私が嫌だって言ってるんだから
I say I don't like it. Can't you respect my wishes?
この町の人間よ
I live in this town. You said you wanted to protect us, so why don't you start with protecting me? Wow, that's kind of selfish.
Well, hold on.
I work for Amaterasu because I'm from this town. I wanted to stay here, so I chose to work for them. I don't want to go anywhere else. If you're from around here, then you should feel the same way.
You were born here as well?
お金のために私の人生を
Will you really sell me out for some cash?
この町で生まれ
Will you protect your fellow citizen born in the same town?
Yeah, but we're like, we're like out on the street at this point, basically. Only so much we can do it if it's just a headhunter. Just say no to him. Tell him to fuck off.
どっちが探偵
Be like, hey, you want to buy my agency? If she bought the agency, then yeah, sure, I'll keep quiet. Which part is your real work, Mr. Detective?
やっぱり話しかけるべきじゃなかった
I knew I shouldn't have spoken with her.
言われて
Hearing all that, is
売
there any
れるか
possible way I could sell her out?
それが探偵のやるべきことなのか
That's something a detective would do?
わかったとりあえず
Alright, I'll leave you
これ
be.
は解散する
Said you're not happy with your current workplace, yeah?
君の方でも
In that case,
この
you
話
should really
について
consider this,
考えておいて
consider his offer.
何度来られても考え直すことなんてないけどね
No matter what comes my way, I have no plans to change my mind. I love this town.
Yeah.
Just work remote.
俺もこの街が好きだから
I also love this place. That's why I work as a detective. Damn it.
俺の
My million.
100あんたは
You're...
見つけたぞ
Holy shit! Pulls out a fucking gun. Get out of here now!
ヘッドハンティングの意味が違う
That's not the sort of headhunting I'd imagined.
貴様何の
You bastard!
Won't let you have your way with this town. I'm the only detective Kanaiward's got. You got that? God, how many times is that now? It's been quite a few.
A gun yet again. What do you mean? I mean, it makes sense for all the police officers to have one.
Oh my god, Yaku got the shit kicked out of him.
He's gonna get
Holy
shot.
shit!
But damn.
God damn.
Do you think he got beat up by the old man? No, he probably got beat up by the landlord.
Probably.
It's much
This
more
is the
likely.
last chance I'll have to enjoy the scenery. Ow.
ここに探偵事務所がある。
I heard your detective agency was here.
その傷
Are you okay? You're hurt.
大丈夫そうに見えるか？
I look okay to you?
あんたのおかげで
Running all over thanks to you. Lost my pay and now I'm being forced to cover the damages to the cafe.
He's being forced to cover the damages.
I don't know. The other dude had a gun.
Yeah, he should be the one forced to cover the damages.
All my friends are gone. I have nothing left.
なんていうか、
Well,
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
Why are you here? Client's long gone. No business with you.
ねえ、いつまで探偵なんか
Why do you insist on being a detective?
いくら町のためでも
Even if you're doing it for the city's sake, aren't you getting tired of it?
When I was a kid, I'd gather with all the neighborhood kids and play detective. Loved it. Made matching badges for my friends and we went around patrolling. So proud to wear it on my chest. Let it get to my head. Said our group of detectives would protect this town. It's been decades. I still can't bring myself to lie to my childhood friends. My ward's going through some major changes. All the more reason why we need detectives here. I've decided to continue being the only one.
何にも成長してないのね。
You haven't grown up at all.
Oh. That's
Damn.
adorable. Look at that. Detective
Aw.
agency. Aw. That's...
さっき
Nocturnal? Does it have the nocturnal part at the top of
I can't see. It's too dark.
it? Thanks for protecting me earlier.
これからも私を狙うやつが
You know,
来るかもしれない。
more people may be coming after me.
そこで相談なんだけど、
So, I'd like to make you an offer, Mr. Detective.
雇われ
How would you like to work as my bodyguard?
Aww.
Yes, I will guard your body, especially at night.
Oh, hold on. Stop.
いつかこういう日が来た時のために
I knew this day would come. Thank goodness for my research.
私の薬は神経細胞を再生
This
させる
medicine can regenerate nerve cells.
開発途中だったけど
It's still in development, but I suppose I can leave a sample behind. Whoa, what?
れば
It might be completed if someone takes over my research.
もしかしたらゾンビ化した脳死
It may even regenerate zombified brain cells.
私のために
Look at you,
な姿になってしまう
protecting me. Thanks, my sweet detective.
私の探偵さん
You've done well.
もしこの薬がダメでも
The medicine doesn't help. Maybe you'd feel better if you saw me again, huh? It just clicked. Those are not his glasses.
Those were her glasses the whole time.
They're her glasses. Wow.
Oh. That was sweet.
Uh,
I'm so upset we never actually got a name for her. Just a Amaterasu researcher. That's fucked up. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I would have liked one. Oh.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. That was Rain Code. Oh boy, oh boy. What a great game.
I was gonna comment on how, you know, the only sad bit was that the zombified people are just zombified forever and stuff. But there
They
you
might
go.
not be. Yeah.
They might not be.
Who knows?
Damn.
Wow. That was a great game.
I wrapped up very succinctly.
Yeah, yeah. Such a nice ending. I'm so happy that that's you go through all of that, and then there's all the gums you have to collect, and then at the very end, there's all the sub stories, which is like, oh yeah, you got some, you get the whole gambit. You have like, oh yeah, here's the goofy Desahiko one. Here's the fun one with Fubuki, and like the actual detective one with Halara.
The only real detective.
The only real detective among them. You have Vivia's, which is super fucking cool and very satisfying, and then you have like a proper like wrap up to the story. Oh my god. Wow. So, yeah, that does just leave it open. Maybe if that works, and Yakuo's
He does.
Yakuo's wife, if Mako managed to take that in a zombified state and he regenerates, then he can just point Makoto at like, hey, yeah, look for this research because it worked.
Do you think he ate it, or do you think he's gonna hand it over to somebody else to do something with it?
Don't.
Because my understanding is that that's like the one sample, right?
It's likely the one successful sample. So,
But yeah, even if it takes a little bit longer, it's if it's possible, it's possible.
if it is possible, we just saw where it started.
It's not like the zombie people are going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, they very much aren't. They are, in fact, immortal monsters.
Gosh.
Wow, what a great game. Rain Code was so much fun. So glad to have played it. Oh. So yeah, that was it's fine. That was all of Rain Code. What did you think, Noah?
I thought it was super cute on some parts. I thought it definitely hit some of the, I don't know, almost required Japanese, like, silly character moments. Like, Desahiko's character felt very, like, oh, here's the cultural comedy guy. I don't know.
Yep.
I like the world building. It's really, really cool world building.
Yeah.
It was so interesting that we're dropped into this, and I even wonder when it first was. Definitely the ghost was the biggest moment of it, but I think even on the train we were like, okay, this is not our world, right?
Yeah. very much like, okay, there is bits and pieces. Like, it is modern setting, but it's not our world. There's definitely, like, shit going on that's weird, and, like, we can't quite judge everything by our standard. Like-
Just 2F, remember, chat, safe for work, something, something.
It's time for me to look up Vivia fan art. Quote unquote. No. Look, we're looking respectfully. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Yeah, there's just so much to love about this game. They do a lot of things right to make this game work. Like, having it be in this, like, uber isolated city really lets us, like, step into this world from the outside perspective. We have Yuma, who's got amnesia, and this is, like, a very much blank slate protagonist who can experience all of these weird things. And very purposefully setting Kanai Ward in this, like, super isolationist place lets us sort of put aside our, like, preconceived notions about what this world would be like, especially coming off the back of Danganronpa and stuff like that, or, like, Ace Attorney, where it's like, oh yeah, very mundane stuff. Now it lets us, like, okay, we are in Kanai Ward, we are in Raincode, things are unusual here, and we can just accept them. And the game really plays on that, especially, like, with the big reveal of, like, the pink blood. It's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, that's just a thing that happens in Kanai Ward. Or that's just a thing that happens in Raincode. We don't really have to think about it too much. But then the game turns that on its head and says, no, actually, this is really weird, and you should have been paying attention to this. Like, this is not just a Danganronpa-ism. It is like, no, yeah, this is, like, there is a reason that this place is so isolated, and there is a reason why the bodies are taken away as soon as possible.
That's what I really liked. They really answered the why.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's, like, you could argue that there was a few things, like particular story beats where they don't really answer the why or the how about events that are not really relevant.
Yeah.
But when they are relevant, they have a very clear why and how, and they have a very clear, this was set up from the beginning, and it set the stage for everything else. You may not have known that it was important when you had heard about it the first few times, but almost all of those elements, meat puns, bodies being taken away fast, the rain, it comes up again and again and again and again, to the point that to your point, it almost becomes like, oh, this is just how Kanai Ward is.
Yeah.
And then they throw that at you saying, like, no, it's not like this is normal. This is why Kanai Ward is like this, but it's all because of all of these reasons that it caused this stuff. It's not just that just like this, so it's like this.
It leads you to getting very comfortable with your assumptions, and then it pulls the rug out from under you, and you realize, oh no, yeah, these are just our assumptions about the world, and this is not necessarily how it is everywhere. It's so cool. How does this really measure up to other mystery games or detective games that I've played so far? It's certainly
how does the twists pan up to the V3 kind of twist? I mean, that's a multi-game.
Yeah, that
sort
is
of
like a multi-game
but
build up. I think that I would have liked to see probably 2 more chapters of this game. And that's not just me saying I don't want this to end, it's just so good. No, it's like, I really think that this game could have benefited from just 2 more chapters of lead up, probably in between 3 and 4.
But with who? We explored every character.
I mean, yeah, but like we'll have one of them be like the combination chapter where we have multiple people, but we have like go into the mystery labyrinth holding 2 people's hands at once.
like combining the fortes in interesting ways because we can share people's fortes. Like that is something that isn't really that's something that's not explored in the game as is, but like I'd like to see like those things explored just like as a little independent thing. Like, okay, yeah, it can be just its little side thing like Chapter 3 was with the Resistance and whatnot. Or maybe not even between Chapter 3 and 4. Like, maybe have, like, the big Makoto betrayal, have that be after Chapter... like after Chapter 4, but before Chapter 5. Like insert a chapter there where we can have a little bit more lead up into the great big dropping the zombie reveal on us. Because the game does kind of just hit you with things really fast, and it does a good job at like catching you, or like giving you just enough runway to let you stumble a bit before you can sort of switch gears into it. But I would like just to have so there's like a little bit more of like an in between where like not things don't matter, but like where we have room to breathe and explore a little bit. This sort of setup with fortes and detectives and yeah, there's just a little bit more. Maybe not even 2 chapters, just like an extra chapter.
I really like the formula. I think they could do not a prequel game, but like kind of like an in-between game series, where it's more like almost like a episodic, season of Star Trek kind of thing, where it's like, okay, it's not that much of an interconnected story, but it's more like here's when Vivia and Halara were like beating up things with Yuma, or like here's when Desuhiku and Vivia has to dress up and go somewhere because his body is like out in the open or something. I don't know. But I think they could use this formula and create something, in a sense, a little bit more long form that's almost like an anime series where it doesn't have to necessarily have this huge windup, this huge resolution. Almost like a more casual version of it.
Yeah.
But you can have more mysteries, more like even the sub-story like content was pretty fun. But I think it's a pretty good. I hope they take this and use this as a almost like a showcase of their work to do the next thing, which I know they already have their next thing, and it's that like school one.
Yeah, that one is not a detective game. I don't think that one is just a pretty straightforward narrative and tactics battler. You're right. There should have been a Vivia cross-dressing chapter. That's what you said, right? Yeah, Yeah, but yeah, I do agree. Like, this does set a very nice, here's like a seed of this world, and here's a seed of these mechanics and these characters, and like, yeah, just go on. Like, I would really like to see Raincoat 2. Goodbye to Spare, or whatever it would be. It's like, it'd be very cool to have this continued on, because this is like, it is very much. It did very well manage to cut its own space outside of the like Danganronpa pedigree. Because we did come in here kind of with that expectation, but like this game has proven that it is like wild and wacky enough for it to stand alone, as it's like a very respectable entry in its own right. Yeah. So
Hmm. Do you have any other thoughts about this? About Raincoat, about how it stacks up
To
to
wrap
other
it
games? Or...
up now, I mean, they did a really good job making the characters really endearing. Even though I probably think it's a bit silly and maybe a bit weird that sometimes they are just like, oh yeah, this is a Matarasu researcher. I think from both a game design perspective and a player's perspective, it was probably a good choice so that the game developers wouldn't hyperfixate on the details that don't matter. And the player doesn't hyperfixate on the details that doesn't matter.
Yes.
Like, her name doesn't matter. Her relationship with Yakuo is what mattered.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, that does make sense. It doesn't really matter what the nun's name actually is, because we've proved that it doesn't matter what the nun's name actually is. She has a purpose to serve in the story, and you know, she has an interesting design, but like, she's not particularly important. Who is important? Yuma's important. Your detective friends are important. The victim is important. Potential suspects are important. Potential suspects that have relationships with the victim are important. So. But like, yeah, the 4 randos from the church are just, they don't really have anything to do with the dude at the clock tower. Whereas like, oh, the 4 resistance lieutenants very much have something to do with Shachi and would be involved with Shachi's death, so those kind of characters would need names, whereas
You know what? Yeah,
other people wouldn't.
That I hadn't put it through that lens, but that makes a lot of sense. If you could almost say that, you know, Yuma was so scarred by losing all of the people he met in the first train that he never bothers to learn anyone's name again, but that's not what happens.
God, I can't believe that they gave us such cool characters and killed them all off in Chapter 0. That was a real fucked
With a
up one.
bunch of really interesting voice actors too.
Yeah, it's some pretty cool characters. They were just all fucking dead. You just killed them all.
All right, Wes,
gotta close it here.
what's on the chopping block?
What do we got going on? What we have coming up? Let's do the easy stuff. What's immediately coming up? Today's Monday, so tomorrow, come hang out with just me, because we are going to be I'm going to be playing a little bit more of Devil May Cry 3. We're not quite done with it yet. We're gonna do the first couple of missions, but we're gonna start them in Virgil mode. You see how he plays. It should be interesting. That game was so much fun. I'm happy that there's just a little bit extra content. And even if I just want to go back and play it by myself for fun, like, yeah, I could just play it as Virgil now. The game's it's pretty neat. But we're probably not going to be too long into that. Just do a couple missions, and then we're going to pivot into the second Metal Gear game. And I mean second Metal Gear game. We're going to do Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Another top-down 2D Metal Gear game. Should be a good time. Hopefully it's a better sequel than DMC2 was. After that, coming out on Thursday, because I'm going to be doing some more VR stuff. We're going to be probably continuing and finishing Moss Book 2. We left off on quite a cliffhanger there, so we'll see where that leads us. Boy, oh boy, did that end in a place? Our uncle's dead. Our bond is severed with Quill. Yeah, you have to see what happens. Friday, we're doing some more VR stuff on Friday. Specifically, we're going to be playing and hopefully finishing up Metro Awakening. It's a very good shooter game. The ammo pacing is just about right. Enemies, I died a lot last chapter, but I mean, for the most part, stealth
Does that
is
include? Are
very
you
good.
you're including your one death where you try to chuck a grenade after all the enemies were killed,
That was me being an idiot. I'm not including that.
but it landed at your feet?
That was just
Like
me
a
being
caboose moment. That was so funny.
Listen, that was there's a solid oops on my part. I'm not holding that one against the game. Don't worry.
You had like a solid at least 3 seconds on the
I tried
on
to
the
move
grenade
back,
timer.
But, yeah.
You tried to move away. You should have gone for it to pick it up and throw it again. That's probably a safer option.
Probably, yeah. I just wasn't thinking. Listen, you drop a grenade at your feet, and then try and resolve that problem before the grenade explodes and kills you. Not as easy to think, especially in VR. But yeah. More Metro Awakening on Friday. Sunday, you and me are going to be back over here, playing some more Death Stranding. We're taking Mama around the mountain. And,
I don't know when I'm gonna find the time to play it, but I did reinstall it.
It's really fun. It is just genuinely a really good time. Walking from point A to B, they do a lot to make it interesting.
Sorry, students, you're not gonna be learning very much.
No, sorry, yeah.
I've got games to play. One of my classes has an assignment to play. There's a shareware version of Diplomacy is Not an Option, so it's completely free on Steam,
Oh yeah.
and you can try it out. So I told them, hey, go play this because we're gonna try and build something like that. So you better have some game experience
Yep.
before you start building it.
Yeah. What else do we got going on?
Well, that brings us around to
That brings us around
Monday.
to Monday. So, what did we want to do for Monday? Because we do have some options. We wanted to continue the detective stuff.
I know you said that, but I've been having an itch, and I know that you made your channel to play the games you may not otherwise get the time for.
Yes.
So I don't think it's that long, but I kind of want to do 1,000 Times Resist because I've been saying I'm gonna play it for a long time. since I basically met the devs at the full indie. So I kind of just want to get it off my list so that I can actually have a proper opinion of it.
Yeah.
So maybe we could take a side, do that, and then we could decide what kind of mood we're in after.
Okay. Yeah.
And if you want, I can do it on my channel or whatever.
if
don't-
you want the
I don't really
achievements.
You want the
I mean,
I've been telling people about this game. It's gonna look bad if I don't have it on my Steam library as played. So,
do you want to shift Mondays over to your channel then, and have you play through 1,000 Resist?
yeah, I think that'll be a good little break.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's the plan. Monday, hop on over to Pet Games over on YouTube because we will be, I guess, starting up 1,000 Times Resist. Is it 1,000 Times Resist or just 1,000 Resist?
They refer to it as 1,000 Times Resist.
1,000 Times Resist. Okay.
It's 1,000x Resist.
Mm-hmm. It's not like a hack and slash game. It is a
No, I'm pretty sure it's a
walking
narrative.
sim visual novel narrative game. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure it's made by a theater company. Like that's the game devs. They were like a theater company, and then everyone was home for COVID, and so they said like, well, what the hell do we do? We can't open the theater. No one's gonna come watch our plays, right? So they were like, okay, well, hey, Steve here knows a tiny bit of Unity. Why don't we try something? And then they just went off and learned.
Really, that's really funny.
Yeah, very funny.
Huh. Well, yeah, that should be a good time. Yeah, you've been telling me about Thousand Resist for a while, and it has been on my radar. Yeah, hop on over to Noah's channel on next week on Monday, because we'll be checking it out. Should be a grand old time.
Hopefully, it keeps us busy for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what goes on from there.
Yeah. Well, how long do we think it is? How long to beat Thousand Resist? About 10.5 hours. We go, what, 3 hours a stream usually?
You go 3 hours. I'll probably try to stick to 2.
Obviously, yeah.
So.
Okay. So that's what? 10 over 2, 5 streams ish.
Not even 2 months, like 5-6 weeks.
Yeah. Alright. What does raincoat back up to? Raincoat.
How many hours you got now in the game?
Oh boy, oh boy. Man, we sure read fucking slow. Right now, according to how long to beat, to do this game main and sides, which we did, is 37.5 hours. What is your best guess for how long we've taken?
120.
79.8.
Oh, okay.
Not
I'm
quite
wildly
120,
overestimated
but you just kind of just made up 50 more hours.
I don't know. It feels like it's been 100 hours.
Yeah, we've been in this forever.
I mean, 80 hours is pretty close. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. When did we start? How the fuck I get to my channel? Playlist. Arrange the playlist? Shocked. Been about 3 months. You started January 13th, and it is...
Oh yeah, we did start
May
right
15th.
around the new year.
We did.
Jesus.
Wow, wow.
5 months.
Almost 5 months to play this game. But hey, it's better than never.
No wonder it feels like a big part of my life right now.
Because it really has been. It has been.
So long. Farewell.
Yep. So long, Kanai Ward. So long to all of our friends. Oh yeah, do you have a hard favorite character now that all is said and done?
You know, after having Fubuki just confess to us, that's pretty much solidified her as my all-time favorite. Like, what? Like, come on.
Very, very fair, Fubuki, ironically. Yeah, you know? It's very hard to argue that my favorite character is not Fubuki. Because Fubuki's pretty great.
Of like the 2 times, maybe 3, but the 2 times I had to like stop, wheeze, and then continue. It was during her arcs in some way or fashion.
It's
I just love the positive
good.
energy kind of characters.
She's great. She is so fantastic. Oh boy. Well, yeah. All right. Makes this a brief story. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think Fubuki is probably number 1. So much fun. But yeah, that'll be all for today. That'll be all for Raincode. Thanks for hanging out. If indeed you're still here,
Fucking bye.
You show up somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, man, it's been raining for 3 years straight," and you're like, "Huh, that's really weird. I didn't know the weather could do that." No, the weather can't do that. There's probably fucking vampires or zombies or some shit in the
Probably
city.
vampires or
Get
zombies or
out.
some
Leave. Go home.
Yep, yep.
But if you get to experience that world from the comfort of your home with your 2 favorite YouTubers, do so. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Let's, I don't know. Time to rate this way. I keep forgetting that I can just send raids. I should just stop signing up and just send raids to people.